my good friend, Nicola Savage, my friend, my running partner, actually coached me for a couple races, and just become a person that I have a great deal of respect for. And I think you have a tremendous amount of wisdom. So I asked you to be on the show. So how are you doing, Nick?
Doing great. Thanks. How are you?
Good. And where are you? I'm in Denver, Colorado. Where are you at right now?
Rockland, California.
You guide blind runners. So what's the story with why do you choose to guide blind runners?
It started at CIM. I saw Richard Hunter, our buddy, on the news talking about it 6 years ago and how they needed more guides. And I met him at the expo and said, hey, that's something I'd like to learn more about. I was actually running CIM myself that year. So the following year, I reached out to him. And ever since, I've been guiding ever since.
Let's go over a little bit of background too, because I properly introduced you as a friend, but I kind of didn't go over your background. And you're an interesting one because, one, you're British. I always love that. You have this really interesting, intriguing background because you came from, this corporate world and going into a family, raising a family, having that be your primary focus, going through, a life transition with, family transition. And now recently, you love to run, but you started up your own coaching business. So what's it like to be an entrepreneur and starting up your own running coaching business?
I had other people supporting me, and so I did it. I took the risk, and it was fantastic. So, I've been writing training plans for everybody from Chicago Half, Chicago Full, CIM, Santa Rosa, all kinds of Western states. In fact, I was helping with somebody with that. So it's been really, really great. And it's been a great learning experience, and everything I do and every challenge I have has just created new opportunity for me to focus on the areas that I'm not super strong at. For instance, online training isn't my favorite part because it's not as personal.
What's the best part of being an entrepreneur?
The freedom that I have right now. I work as much or as little as I want.
What's the worst part of being an entrepreneur?
For me, not entrepreneurship as much as just doing it solo. I don't have coworkers to bounce ideas. I have some really close friends. I have some really strong people that I can bounce ideas off of. But at the end of the day, it's my decision. And that's tough for me.
What has running taught you about life?
Patience, consistency, and be kind to yourself. And those are huge. And those cross over to running to life.
If there's one thing you could tell the world, what would that be? And you said, be kind. Why?
It's so simple. But not just be kind to others, be kind to yourself, man. Like, I see it so often that people can be nice to those around them, but they don't take care of themselves, or they're really hard on themselves.
What's the one most important thing that running 100 miles has taught you?
Surrendering to the process and being patient. And just, you can go hard sometimes, but then you're going to need to rest. And I found lately that if I just relax and I'm patient and I'm just kind of allowing things to happen, I think it's more sustainable, is what I've learned.
What is patience to you, and why is it important?
Not worrying about what's happened in the past, but the patience is not predicting the future, not worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and just staying present. And again, just allowing life to unfold instead of looking at the goal and wanting to get there before it's your time to get there.
Why is that so important to you? Why is that such a focus for you, and what does it do for you?
Being around positive people.
Yeah.
The energy. That saying, it's easier to pull someone down than to pull someone up. So if I'm around negative people, it's really easy, I've found, or it has been in my past, to fall down to being negative with them, rather than trying to pull the energy of their negativity up to a positive.
What is your favorite Rumi quote?
It was actually Rumi's teacher. Most of life's conflicts are because of the words. If you just took the words out of it and just felt what was happening, the conflicts would probably be lessened.
Tell me about a cool book that you've read recently.
Oh gosh, The Prophet. Basically, there's a prophet and people come up and ask him questions. And so you can turn to any page that you might want information on, whether it's marriage or parenting or guilt or shame or, anything, whatever. And then he has like a little, this is what the prophet said. And it's really very interesting. How's that feel? How does it feel to be 50?
It feels really great, really empowering. I
And
recently
you're out.
wrote an article, Fit at 50, and until I wrote that, I was like really wigged out focusing on it. After I wrote that, I really haven't thought about being 50 anymore. I think it was a huge hit to me when I turned 50. I was like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Because when I was a kid and I thought 50, I thought you like died at like a 51.
I did 10 miles today. Just kidding. Like, I have mantras right now that just will probably get me through anything I need to get through in life. That is just to keep it simple, simplify it, stop overcomplicating everything, think good thoughts, say kind words, and do good actions, and everything should be okay.
Something cool about you is that you are a minimalist.
I consider myself on the path to minimalism. And I think until you do unclutter the stuff, you can't really unclutter your mind. You learn how little you actually need. I definitely learned the difference between wants and needs.
How many dresses do you own?
I have a couple.
How many running t-shirts do you own?
Probably 20.
How many running shorts do you own?
Probably 6.
How many casual pairs of shorts do you own?
Like 4.
How many pairs of high heels do you own?
I have 1 pair of high heels, sandals. I have 1 pair of boots that have a little bit of a heel on them.
What are some minimalism life philosophies?
And one is, you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. And that's so huge because there's so much emphasis on, maintaining friendships, but as you grow and you change, and if that friendship's not working for you anymore and you've grown and that person hasn't, it's okay to let it go. One of my favorites. And the other one is, love people, use things, because the opposite never works. Don't love the new dress you bought. Don't love this new iPhone you got. Don't love this new car or phone or house or whatever. It's just stuff. Don't love the stuff. Just use it. Use it for what you need it for, and love those around you. I don't know. I think right now I'm stronger on my own. But I'm talking about when you're really, really vulnerable and let somebody in and you're counting on somebody and they let you down. That's really hard for me. So sometimes I don't take that risk and I would rather just do it on my own.
Tell me a joke.
I don't know any jokes. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick.
Okay, we're going to end on that one.
No.